This is the Whole Care Network. Helping you tell your story one podcast at a time. Content presented in the following podcast is for information purposes only. Views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the host and guest and may not represent the views and opinions of the Whole Care Network. Always consult with your physician for any medical advice, and always consult with your attorney for any legal advice. And thank you for listening to the Whole Care Network.
The following podcast sometimes offers unusual solutions to usual problems. These solutions are meant for qualified agencies or individuals to put into action, and I'd be willing to bet that's not you. Listen, folks, we don't take ourselves too seriously. Neither should you. So, let's go have a laugh. Welcome to Unscrew It Up, where we offer differently twisted fixes for life's little problems. I'm Josh.
I'm Amanda.
Amanda, last week we talked about mornings. Do you have any more thoughts on how we can unscrew up mornings?
No, they still suck. I don't. They're not getting better. None of the things worked. The bed didn't stand me up or put me in a pool of water. None of it worked.
I think that if we could just push the workday back to like 10.
Yes. This would make more sense.
Then this would not be a problem. That's the real problem. The problem isn't mornings. The problem is what we have to do after the mornings.
I would be just as productive in a shorter time period because it takes me a while to wake up when I get to work. And I gotta have the coffee, and I gotta check the emails, and I gotta remind myself what I'm doing. So you might as well just let me roll in at 10 and start.
Okay, solved. Finally, that's what we should have done.
Got it.
Last night, Amanda, or actually yesterday, the whole day, we went to the As If 90s Fest in St. Augustine, Florida.
So fun. So odd. So fun.
So we will talk a little bit more about that on our podcast, Super Familiar with the Wilsons. But the day caused me to come up with something to task Wilson Technologies to work on.
Okay, good. So maybe we can write this off as a work expense.
Wilson Technologies is a subsidiary of Familiar Wilson's Media, and the motto of Wilson Technologies, as we all know, is making your life better 3 days at a time.
Nope, that's a new one too. It keeps changing every time.
No, we went back to the drawing board. What we want to do is we want to let you know that Wilson Technologies is working for you every single day of the week, just 3 days at a time.
I took a sip of my coffee. I wasn't expecting that, and I almost had a spit take.
I have asked Wilson Technologies to deal with, I think, the worst part of the concert-going experience is
the noise?
The sound.
Yeah.
It is the absolute worst place to hear good quality sound.
Yeah.
If you're in a venue and all that sound that's bouncing in that closed room, and then outdoors, the sound is super loud near the stage, and then as you go further back, it very quickly degrades. But then when you're up near the stage, all you hear and feel is the bass rumble from the bass drum, and so that is a different kind of unpleasant.
I liked it, though. So our solution to what we can do before Wilson Technologies kicks in is that we had earplugs. And I tried to keep my hair down for the acts that I cared about since we were in the second row, and I didn't want them to see my earplugs. The other people, like the No Doubt cover band, I didn't really care if they saw my earplugs.
So you're saying that you were afraid of Vanilla Ice stopping the concert says, take those earplugs out.
Yes, well, we already got called out by was the lead for the Nirvana band for sitting down during his set. So we might be a little too old for the music fest.
Nirvana band was a little presumptuous, saying that we had to stand up for this cover band. No, absolutely not.
But what I was going to say, though, is because the earplugs were working and kind of like muting some of it, I really just love feeling like the thump in the bass. I love feeling that. What? Why are you making this face at me?
We'll talk about it on our Less Clean podcast.
So, right,
but my solution that I'm offering is, and I'm certain that we are probably about 6 months away from doing this because we already have the technology. It's just not being used in this way. Seniors have something called a loop
that certain sound systems where seniors, and when I say seniors, I mean older folks. I don't mean people who are in their last year of high school in the United States.
Right.
They have this system called the loop system that will actually send a signal to your hearing aid so that you can hear what's going on. I propose that from now on, you got to bring your earplugs, your devices. Everyone is wired into that, so everyone can hear the concert perfectly mixed at whatever sound level they want in their ears, and then also see the acts, because of course the part of the thrill is seeing them there on stage. So that is my solution. I'm going to go ahead and have Wilson Technologies do the last little bit of research, because I'm sure that this is a thing that's, like I said, probably 6 weeks away. So Wilson Technologies, you need to be first to market. That's what I'm saying.
It can be like, you know how you get on the rides at Disney and places and they hand you the 3D glasses?
Yes.
So it can be built into the ticket price. They just hand it to you as you walk in.
Yeah, and then they collect them back
Yes.
or whatever. There's no use for you keeping them because they're not going to be useful for you because they're going to be wired for that system. But everyone will just get used to it. Or, again, you bring your own, which is the thing that makes more sense to me. And then you hook up to the Bluetooth signal, and then there you go. You're set. Easy. I don't know why it's not already being done, because the sound is the worst. And ostensibly, you're going there to hear the band and to hear it the way you're used to hearing it, which isn't always going to happen. But the things that shouldn't get in the way is because you're sitting in a bad place or because the idiot person in front of you just feels the need to talk the whole time.
Yeah, and just keep shouting "Let's go" over and
Yes.
over at the musical acts.
Let's go,
So,
boys.
yeah,
Right.
let's go, boys. They said it all night.
All right, Wilson Technologies, get on it.
Come on over to Super Familiar with the Wilsons and listen to this episode if you want to know more about my experience and or Josh's with 90s Fest.
Headlined by the Spin Doctors and Vanilla Ice, but then also having some tribute bands, local tribute bands of 90s acts. Some of them were good. One of them was not.
Come find
That's
out
called a
which.
radio tease right
Yep.
there. Come find out which. All right, so now let's solve the world's problems.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wilsons will now unscrew it up.
Appliances.
They're necessary, but man, I have thoughts.
We have so many appliances. Now, as I look to solve appliances, I came up with some new ones that don't currently exist.
Oh,
Now, how do you define appliances? Because I went into like other rooms of the house, not just the kitchen or the laundry room. But how do you define appliances?
I mean, really, if you think about it, an appliance is, in my opinion, I haven't looked at the dictionary definition, a mechanical tool that helps you solve some sort of problem, right? So like a curling iron, actually an appliance. It's just an appliance that is a small thing. Now, all of mine based in the kitchen and the laundry room, because those are where we use the most of the big appliances.
Yeah, and I would say that appliance usually means a home-based thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, or just to help you with the details of living.
Day-to-day living.
If you're new to Unscrew It Up, we come up with the ideas and we narrow them down to 5. I don't know why. That's just what we've been told by the people. And we send these 5 ideas to a person or an organization to give them feet, to make them happen.
Who are we sending to this week?
Former German Chancellor Angela Merkel.
Oh, is she bored?
She has retired after a long career, a long and very successful career as being Germany's chancellor. She's always impressed me. So, appliances. I have 4. You have 3
Yes.
ideas.
You
So
go
shall I go
first.
first? So we will start in the kitchen for mine. One of the things that we deal with here is a refrigerator where stuff sits on the shelves and it sits on the shelves too long. And all of a sudden, 6 months later, it's like, oh, there's that potato
Yeah.
in
it's
the back.
growing things.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. The roots are growing. And we need to come up with a solution. Now, of course, one of the solutions is to pay attention to the expiration dates.
Or not bury things in the refrigerator behind other things.
Well, but see, that's easier said than done.
Right.
Growing up, my dad would write the expiration dates of things on them in
Oh,
Sharpie
interesting.
so that you could see it more readily. And he
Okay.
also had eye challenges as well, so it helped him. But he would actually do that in the refrigerator and in the pantry.
Oh, the pantry is where our things go to stay for years.
So I am proposing a new way of setting refrigerators up, I say that you have expiration shelves.
Okay.
So the shelves have an expiration date labeled on them. And of course, it can be digital, so it can be a rolling date, like let's say maybe 3 days out, 2 days out, 1 day out.
It's like a countdown clock.
Right. On each shelf. And each shelf is designated a certain time period.
Yeah.
So the amount of organization that you have to do is at least enough to group them when they're going to expire. But then once you do that, the fridge takes care of everything else because the shelves will just start to slowly go down. And then when it's past the expiration date for a particular shelf, boop, it disappears, gets rid of all of the items.
Where do they go?
They go down.
Yes.
And it gets rid of all of the items.
Right, but where do they go?
Down.
Okay.
It goes into a little chute, and everything is properly separated and then recycled, of course, because we're all about that. And then that stuff's gone. But you will never have old stuff in your fridge. You should never have old stuff in your fridge.
What does it do with the stuff that I put into Tupperware, but then it goes bad, but I want to save the Tupperware for the earth and or my budget?
Well, maybe instead of Tupperware, like separate Tupperware, the shelves should just have built-in containers.
Okay. That are modular, so you could pull it out and
right,
take
but
the
then
food
when
out
it
and
goes
put it back in.
down, the refrigerator opens that, empties it, and washes it out,
Yeah, okay.
and then it loops back around.
All right, I
So
will support this.
when that shelf disappears, you've got another new clean shelf ready
Yes.
to go, which is great because that's the other problem we have when we go shopping. We come back and we try to find places for things.
Yes.
Now everything has a place. It will also cause us not to buy as much initially. So that's another thing. So expiration shelves in the refrigerator, bam, idea number one.
Okay, I like it. I can support it. We are going to, for my first one, move slightly off the kitchen into the laundry room because for some reason everyone's laundry room is near their kitchen in most homes.
In the UK, it's in the kitchen.
Yeah, I don't know about those people. They just put it straight on in the kitchen, but that's fine. For a long time, we lived without a dryer in this home. We had a dryer that broke. We spent $400 having it fixed. A month later, it broke again, and we were like, no, we've already spent this money. We are going to live without a dryer. So we had drying racks for a year and a half.
Let's think about that decision for a second. We're going to live without the dryer.
I mean, we went straight on to the 50s where somebody should have had a clothesline up in the backyard, but we had drying racks. And now, mind you, at this point in time, 6 people lived in this home. And so we had drying racks everywhere. And we knew which fans would dry faster than the others. So the things that needed priority drying would go in the room with the more turbo fan. And then my husband caught on to the fact, because when we lived in our other house, on a different electric company's grid, that our electric bill was going down. And he was like, whoa, this is because we don't have a dryer. When we moved to the new house with a new electric company who have historically better prices, he was, no, we don't need a dryer. I mean, our electric bill was so inexpensive in the beginning. I was willing to go ahead and get the dryer, went to the Best Buy, did the whole 18 months, no interest. So you're just basically, it's like a layaway plan, but they give it to you and you pay it off $50 a month. And the electric bill did not go up that much. And now we have clean clothes and we're able to dry them very quickly. And the other thing that the drying racks did not accomplish was getting the dog hair off of stuff. Because you wash the clothes or the blankets, put them in the dryer, but the tumbling and pulling it into the lint filter is where the dog hair accumulates. Okay, so I love the dryer. I love the washer. Here's what I hate: getting the clothes out of the dryer. I get so excited when I go to do laundry and the dryer's empty. Now, that is a sad commentary on my life. If I'm surprised by an empty dryer, like, oh, past me actually put clothes away. Yay! Plus, our washer and dryer is on the first floor. All of the bedrooms are on the second floor. I don't do stairs well to begin with. Going up and down the stairs with laundry baskets doesn't seem to be a safe experience for me. So I am proposing a washer and dryer laundry/delivery system. So stay with me for a second. They have washers. They have dryers that are like steam dryers you can hang clothes up in and it'll steam it. I am saying we automate the process. So it's one thing, right? Similar to your chute thing. We have the top is the washer. It runs the clothes. Now you're going to have to put the clothes in. Maybe we can problem solve that in a minute. Put the clothes in, it runs the cycle, then it has the drain that goes out the back, and then a thing opens up, bloop, clothes fall into the dryer. Okay. Then we run the dryer cycle, right? Then we employ the grocery pods from the grocery store episode. So go back and listen to fixing or unscrewing up grocery stores. And then the clothes are put into the delivery pod. The delivery pod is programmed to bring it upstairs, and then it makes stops at the bedroom and just delivers the clothes to me. Now, if we really, really want Germany's former chancellor to get into the actual, like, what really innovation could happen here, if they could fold it and hang it up too, that would be great.
You want drones to be zipping around your house, taking clothes to different rooms.
You want drones to go to the grocery store and come back and put the things away. So yes.
No, I'm just clarifying for those who haven't heard that experience and don't know what pod means. Basically, just drones with a compartment.
I told you once you introduce the idea of the drones and the pods, this is probably going to be my solution to everything. Anyway, I need a washer dryer delivery service in my own home.
What you've done is you've redesigned the entire process. So you've made a new machine that's a washer/dryer, above and below, and then you want automatic delivery beyond that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
I don't think it's unreasonable.
Of course not. My next one addresses an innovation that we have employed around this house that actually you like very, very much, and that's the robot vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, except that we've had to throw 2 away, and they're not inexpensive.
So that is the issue. That is our big issue here. The issue is that the robot vacuum is not discerning. It can't tell what's in front of it. And twice now, it has run over our lovely podcast dog's excrement and spread it all over in a pattern that doesn't even make sense.
No.
Maybe that's the most annoying thing, is that it doesn't even stop and draw a nice pattern. It just drags it all around, and that is absolutely awful. Now, before you get on our case about being dog owners, we do take the dog out and do let the dog out. This dog is very willful, and I think that he does it on purpose. In fact, I would not be surprised if he's like, oh, robot vacuum. Now's the time.
Well, I think actually that does happen not because he's being willful, but he's scared of the robot vacuum. So it literally makes him poop.
I want a robot vacuum that doesn't roll over dog excrement, but I also want one that's, in general, can tell what's in front of it. Now, we absolutely have the technology now to be able to tell what things are, when a computer looks at them. So this is going to involve a larger robot vacuum, but that's fine. Why don't we have a chute to clean up and then a chute to pick up?
Okay. So it'll sort all the Legos into one little bin?
Yes. It'll bin all the Legos, all of the coins and the little screws and nails that might be found around. And then also, listen, why not? It will clean up the poop. It will have a separate poop chute.
Yes.
Just for that, and then it'll put down, the liquid cleaner, and it will scrub that bit.
I want this. Buy it to me for my birthday.
Yes, today. Today's your birthday. Did we say
Today's
that?
my birthday. You didn't say that to the people.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So a little bit more robust robot vacuum that will sort things, pick things up, categorize things, and clean up the poop.
All right. My second one is kind of akin to the cleaning aspect. I want self-cleaning appliances that don't lie to me, because the oven says self-cleaning. That's a lie. It doesn't. I've run the self-cleaning thing. It does nothing except make the oven hot. The refrigerator is hard to clean because you don't notice the stuff on the shelves until you're back in there digging. So this is kind of your situation will help me with this. But you're back in there, you're digging, and you find that you're in the vegetable drawer and the romaine lettuce has gone bad and leaked into the thing, and it's just bad. And then it's cold, so it's hard to scrub things off. And we've had troubles with our washing machine where the hot water makes it release the lining into the thing. So in the lint liner, it's a lot. I suggest real self-cleaning appliances. Now, the easiest appliance in the house to clean is actually the microwave. And the microwave can get some really caked on stuff on it. But all you have to do is heat a bowl of water. Just put a bowl of water in the microwave, heat it for a couple minutes, take a sponge, wipes it right down because it steam releases it. You want to make it even easier? Wad of paper towels, wet them, wring it out, put it in the microwave. It steams it. Then you just use those paper towels to wipe the microwave down. Easiest one to clean. Why can we not employ the same technology and the one that you have proposed for the restrooms where when people leave, it just washes everything down? I don't quite know the technology. All I know is that when I push the self-clean button on the oven, I need little scrubbers to come out and scrub the actual stuff off of it. Don't just heat it while I've sprayed chemical nonsense into it. The refrigerator, it can have little like wiping, like what are those things on cars? Windshield wipers, but for the surfaces and the shelves. But I don't know. This is not a fully formed idea. This is one of those times I come with the problem and I need the people we are employing to figure out the solution.
With ovens, I think it's easier because the things that get dirty in the ovens are the surfaces that stuff splatters on. I think that ovens shouldn't have a bottom. I think it should be racks and a big hole and all the stuff just falls down.
Into the ground?
Down.
You do a lot of like things just fall. Like you don't think past where they're going.
Because all of a sudden, not my problem. But if there's just racks and then an empty space, there's nothing for stuff to drip down on and spatter down on. That space below the racks is useless. We can't put anything on it. It's just there. Why is it there? No, there should be nothing there. It should just fall down and nothing there. You know, when we used to do old cooking fires, and when I say we, I mean we as a species, you didn't clean up after the cooking fire because it's on the ground.
Okay, fair enough.
That's where you put stuff that you need to clean. Is you sweep it onto the ground. It's all food. It's all natural ground.
So we just open the doors for the robot vacuum and it takes all the stuff out to the ground.
Down.
Actually, the bottom of our oven is one of the cleanest parts of our oven because I discovered these silicone mats you place on the bottom of the oven. Everything drips down, collects on those mats, and then you just periodically, like every 6 months or so, replace it with a different one. So that's not the dirty part of our oven. The dirty part is the inside glass of the oven. And I have watched many a TikTok and many an Instagram reel trying to understand how to clean this thing. I've done the baking soda thing. It does not work.
I'm here to tell you that glass is useless. Useless.
Now that's fair. Get rid of the glass.
Get rid of the glass. You can never tell what the stuff looks like. No one on this planet ever has looked through that glass and been satisfied with what they were looking at.
And they do it on their bake-off a lot.
Lies.
They
It's TV.
sit
It's
and
production.
look.
CGI. No glass. So maybe in a professional kitchen where they clean it every single time they use it, that's where we fall down. No one's got time to clean the glass every time you use the oven. No one does that. Get rid of the glass.
So I found the thing that works, and I ordered it from Amazon. You're supposed to get a razor blade scraper. So you use vinegar and whatever. Now I own a razor blade that seems dangerous for me to own. And you have to scrape the stuff off the glass. I am saying, why aren't those things already built into the oven? The little scrapers that just like lawn mow when you're done, back and forth. And then like regular maintenance keeps it from becoming this giant cleanup job.
They're not going to include a razor for any reason in this litigious society. Not going to happen.
Well, is Germany as litigious as we are?
Don't know, but we don't live in Germany.
No, but my appliances can come from there.
Okay, are you done?
I'm done with self-cleaning appliances.
Okay, self-cleaning appliances. Got
That
it.
are actually self-cleaning appliances. Stop lying to me, appliance industry.
Here is a new appliance that we need for every home in the United States. I cannot speak for other countries, but I need a machine that you set up. It'll probably be about waist high. It'll have a camera on all sides. It'll have a number of arms with pinchers, to pick up
That
things.
sounds terrifying.
No, it'll be great. It'll be fine. It'll work when we are not paying attention.
That's also the machines taking over, but okay.
It's a machine that automatically categorizes and prices all of the crap in your garage that you've kept for 10 years that you will probably make money if you sell it. And so this is an all-in-one turnkey solution for you to engage in commerce. It spies the thing on the shelf. It can tell how long it's been there. It picks it up with its grabber. It prices it, pops it into a bin, posts it online.
I was going to ask if it went the next step.
Yeah, posts it online, puts it in your mail, sends it. You don't even know. And you won't miss it for 7 years. And then you will say, oh, where's that picture of me from 1972 where I'm crying and trying to get away from Mickey Mouse? By then,
Somebody
too
else
late
owns it.
on a collector's shelf. Bam.
All right. I don't care if we put anything else through, this is going through because this is a universal problem.
It will be marketed as the garage shelf cleaner. It's an appliance. It's a cleaner.
I like it.
It's going to get that crap off of your shelves. You won't even know, and you won't even miss it. Because think about it. Think about all the things in your garage, all the things that you say, oh, I might need that one day. You will never need it ever, ever again.
I know, but you hold such an emotional attachment to it that having somebody else do it, this is why these home renovation shows work, or the unhoarders or whatever those things are called. It's because somebody else is making that decision for you.
So what we need to build in then is a screen where a nice AI face will come on it, and it will help you through the pain, the emotional
That's right.
pain of you no longer having grandmother's infant socks.
Yeah. Oh, that just made me sad. This is how bad I would be at it.
We need the machine.
Yeah, we need
Perhaps
the machine.
2 AI faces need to help you through it.
That's right.
So it'll be a therapist, a cleaner, a seller. Boom.
All right. Well, I think the show can be done now because this is the best idea you've ever had.
All right. What's your next one? Let's play out the string here.
Okay. My last one is similar to, it's a refrigerator. It's a smart refrigerator. Those already exist. It's similar to what you were saying with the expiration dates in the refrigerator, but I don't know how much I think the shelves will work because it's going to categorize it by expiration dates, but what are you just going to cook random things with whatever it expires at the same time? I mean, like proteins are going to expire faster than like more stable items, right? So that makes it a little more difficult. You have to kind of prioritize whatever. I am suggesting a smart refrigerator with menu and accountability. When you put things away in the refrigerator, it digitally catalogs what's in there. Now, don't tell me this isn't technology that doesn't exist, because you've seen the thing where there are the Whole Food markets that they are beta testing, where you just get your stuff off the shelf, put it in a bag, and walk out. And if you have an Amazon account, it reads what you have and just bills you.
Yep.
That same technology can recognize the things I'm putting into my refrigerator. If it can recognize it leaving the grocery store, it can recognize it going into my refrigerator. Now, I've already paid for it, so I don't need it to charge me for it, but I need it to catalog what's in there. You've got a screen. That's already a thing that happens. Smart refrigerators have screens that you can keep your calendar and like all kinds of things on. You look up recipes, but this will catalog what I have. It will come up with menus based on the things that I have purchased. It has accountability built in because it has expiration dates of, hey, look, kind of like your countdown clock, but it'll be like the New Year's Eve countdown clock, but on the outside of the refrigerator is that avocado is going bad in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, because that's what they do. And then also the accountability of, again, this is what I need in the grocery store, and I put forward as a solution. Are you really going to use these things? You are putting all of these vegetables into me, and you know that what you're pulling out is cheese and pepperoni and sticking it on a parchment paper and pretending it's pizza without a crust. So I don't know why you're doing this to me, but I'm going to force you to use it. So therefore, it locks things down until you use the other things.
So it's not going to tell you, hey, look, this is a lot of calories. You probably shouldn't eat this. It's not going to do that.
No, it can do that. But it also...
Well, I can see where that would be maddening and upsetting.
I just argue with it. So therefore, it just takes the choice away from you, which I know is a problem in the society. We don't... Well, that's funny. Sometimes we want choice and sometimes we don't want people to have choice, but that's a different podcast. That's the 4th podcast in which we talk about the other sad thing you tried to talk about earlier.
That one will get us canceled, I'm sure.
Yes. So I need a smart refrigerator with built-in menu, cataloging everything that's in there, and then accountability. I thought about this slightly based on a conversation I had with someone. I was doing an in-person facilitation, somebody I'd never met before. We were talking about, I don't even know how we got on this subject, but she keeps an Excel spreadsheet of everything in her pantry and refrigerator.
My God.
So when she comes home from Sam's, she puts everything into the spreadsheet. that she has put in. So she knows at any time how many cans of black beans, how many rolls of toilet paper. And it just felt like good.
If this person does not work in accounting, then their gifts are being wasted.
They're an early childhood educator.
Okay.
So I do think they do more admin stuff, and that's how we got on it. But that just is so overwhelming to me. But that's really helpful data to have. And so we've got enough AI in the world. We've got enough. We can automate this. Smart refrigerator, menu, and accountability.
I think that's a good idea. And my last idea is kind of adjacent to that, this idea of taking away choice,
Okay.
but how it benefits you. I have a top shelf right now where I have pant sizes that are one size down because I am now one size up.
Right. Yes, that's how that happens.
So I did go through and remove all of those pants from my rotation, but then keep them up top because just, in case, one can dream. But I suffer from this process every morning when I'm trying to get dressed for work, and all of the clothes that fit or that I deem flattering are not flattering based on the condition that I am physically right now. And I would like to have an appliance that you install in your closet. Maybe it will be your entire closet. So maybe what we're saying is a smart wardrobe or a smart closet. Maybe there's a scale attached or a camera or something.
Mm-hmm.
It will scan you and it will give you a choice of only those clothes that will flatter you or that will fit you.
Okay.
All the other choices removed. And it may be like now 4 things, which will be a wake-up call.
Right.
I can't wear these 4 things all the time. I can't just go to work in my robe now.
Because it's the thing that fits.
But it will definitely be an accountability thing for you when you realize, oh, there's a very small subset of my clothes that I can fit into right now. So that will either encourage you to do something about it physically, if you can, or it will encourage you to get rid of all of those other clothes. You press a button, boom, they get mailed to people who will use them. And you replace them with clothes that will fit. And therefore, you are reminded to always keep your closet up to date.
I see an opportunity here.
Go ahead.
I think that we can link the clothes appliance, whatever you're calling this, with the washer dryer delivery service so that the clothes closet can speak to the washer dryer and say, listen, there are 4 things this joker can wear right now, and all of them are dirty. So unless he goes to work naked tomorrow, you got to come up here and you got to get these 4 things and take them back down and do your whole washer dryer delivery service. Then the clothes closet can also talk to the garage shelf cleaner and say, we got some problems. There's a whole shelf of pants up here that while they might fit eventually, it's just causing him stress and harm to look at them and feel bad about himself. Come get them. Sell them on Poshmark. We can use the money to buy more healthy food to go into the smart refrigerator that will then hold him accountable. We can incorporate all of these systems together, and I think this is where we win.
I think that there's one additional thing. If you find yourself one day with not having any clothes to wear, whether they're not clean or your smart system, I don't know what we're going to call it, determines that you only have 1 or 2 things available to wear, really quickly it will post on all of the job boards, let's say this is me, that there's a male plus-size stripper available for the day. So that
Just
way
the day.
I only
You
have
still
to
get
use
employed.
my robe. Yeah. I only have to use my robe then. And it is thinking that kind of outside the box thinking that makes for a winning idea.
All right. I'm here. All right. So I have 3, you have 4. We got to get rid of 2, or we combine them like I just suggested, and then everyone wins.
We have refrigerators with expiring shelves. We have a combination washer, dryer, clothes delivery drone system. Advanced robot vacuuming. We have the garage shelf cleaner. We have the fridge with menu and accountability. And we have the smart wardrobe system. So that's 6 things. We only need to get rid of 1 thing.
How do we have 6 things? You had 4 and I had 3.
Well, what one of yours did I miss?
Self-cleaning appliances? You said that?
Oh, self-cleaning appliances. Thank you. No, I did not say that. All right, which one do you want to keep?
I am 100% here for the garage shelf thing. That meets a need that I probably won't be able to fix. So I need that.
All right, well, I want to have a robot vacuum that works the way I want it to work.
And I forgot to say, I need people to suggest the best robot vacuum while I wait on Chancellor Merkel.
Yes.
To fix this up for me. So please write into any of our socials and let me know your best robot vacuum recommendations. Okay.
Or unscrewitup@gmail.com.
Yeah, that one too. All right. So robot, got it. Robot vacuum, got it. Garage shelf, got it. We can do 3 more. I would really like the smart refrigerator with menu and accountability and a cataloging system.
All right. I definitely want the smart wardrobe thing. That's one of the things that I mess with every morning and it annoys me. Also, it can match my socks. What more?
I mean, a big part of my life is doing laundry. So I would argue for the washer dryer delivery service. What you got over there?
Nope, done.
Okay.
So just to recap, we're suggesting a combination washer and dryer. Well, all you have to do is put the dirty clothes in. They get spit out, folded into a drone, and the drone takes them and shelves them for you. We have a robot vacuum that will not only vacuum up the dirt, but differentiate between Legos and coins and dog poop. Take all of those things off the floor and put them in the appropriate places. We have a device that will sell off all the crap in your garage and then offer counseling when you
That's right.
when you mentally and emotionally suffer from the loss. And we have smart wardrobes, a wardrobe system that will only allow you to wear the clothes that will fit, that will be comfortable, and that will be flattering.
You forgot my smart refrigerator. That was only 4.
And the smart refrigerator with menu options and accountability not to buy so much crap.
All right.
So do we consider this
Unscrewed. If you have a problem we can fix, then send us an email at unscrewitup@gmail.com. We'd love to employ the technologies we have here to help make your life a little bit easier.
very well said?
Thanks.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Amanda, that's all we can unscrew up right now. I am hopeful that our appliance situation will improve. You know, one thing that I have noticed is I think it's wonderful to have these personal assistants that are smart speakers that you talk to.
Yeah.
I need them to fix these so that they understand what I mean.
Yeah. Mine, the one on my phone, well, I can say her name because she's not in this room. My Siri will go a little bit like rogue sometimes, and I will say, hey, Siri, text Josh, and then I'll say something, and what she repeats back to me is like, you take those refrigerator magnets and or a Mad Lib and scribble them around. Has none of the words I've said. She's just, she's messing with me.
Also, she does not like to cuss.
No, she doesn't. And you never mean duck.
I never mean duck. All right, folks, until next week, just always remember to be safe, to love the ones around you, and whatever you do,
don't screw it up.
Cold wind blowing through her hair, where she goes I will follow. I hope she keeps me around. goes, I will follow. I believe she wants to see where this goes, I will follow.